So as always, before I start the animation, I make one layout pose. So this pose is basically just one pose which defines what the character is like, and it's rough construction, all of that. Yeah. And yeah, so I'll mark it as a key. So now I just want to make him pick up that glass of water, drink it, wipe it off, and put it down. Yeah. So that's a simple action that we go for, let's say. So then as we've been doing before as well, we'll just make all the keys first, or all the important drawings that come to mind, the storytelling poses first, and then we'll see how we can time it out and turn it into an acting piece. Yeah. So yeah.
About this, I have one thing. If
Yeah.
let's say I like, or you've drawn a good drawing now, like there is one particular drawing.
Yeah.
You thought like initially, like now we are doing the second drawing is like you're picking some class or something. That is a storytelling thing. And
Yeah.
once you've done that drawing, and
Yeah.
then you realize later that that is not like you don't want that, you just like delete it and then you proceed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
that's the
just
thing. So it's always good to start with some idea of what you are going to do, right? So even if the first drawing that you do is something you don't end up using, right? But it is still something which can inform a lot about how the character structure is or what the proportions are. That is still fine. Okay.
okay.
But it's always good to have some idea of what you're going to do. So here I've just drawn like a very standard drawing where he's just anticipating picking up the glass, right? So I don't really know what's happening with this hand here, or if I want to keep the hand just like it is here, right? But for now, I'm just going for it and we'll see what happens. And if you guys want, you can always do thumbnails first and then get into doing the bigger drawings. But since we're doing digitally, I think it helps if we just do like a rough pass directly and not the thumbnail. So we save time as well and we can go faster also. Yeah.
Fine to interrupt, but does video references help as if you record yourself and use it as a reference when you animate it? Is that correct? Or sometimes it works?
Not necessarily. Sometimes if the acting is something which is a little too intricate for me to figure out, probably I do record myself or at least act it out in front of a mirror. But it's really up to you. But yes, definitely having a reference always helps. So if you think it will be helpful to you, you can always do it in front of the mirror once. Yeah. As you can see, I'm just going very rough with this. So here I'm just trying to draw the character drinking from it. As you can see how rough I'm going with this, right? So that's the idea. Constantly referring to this drawing as my guide for all the volumes and stuff. but still going very fast and very rough. Probably I can raise the arm slightly more, I feel. So I think I'll just do that. Put this probably I'll just keep it there, just as it is, at least for now. Okay. Yeah. The glass in the layout, of course, would disappear once he picks it up, but for now I'm just keeping it there for reference, so that we have some idea of how big the glass is supposed to be and all of that. Also thinking slowly about how he might be holding the glass. So maybe his pinky finger might be up slightly when holding it. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah, keeping it super rough, but still going for as much information as we can pack into it. Fine. So that's another key. Nice. I'm just thinking where I should put the next key. So I think I'll just put it somewhere in the middle so that it's not very repetitive. So otherwise, if I just make the character go back to the same position where it was before, it might feel a little too mechanical, right? I thought maybe it might be nice to just move the character back slightly and not completely, just to keep it a little more organic. Okay. Be here. I know it might get a little difficult for you to read it when when so many drawings are turned on in the light box. But you can constantly flip and check what you're drawing. Okay, now I think looking at it, here we can really pick the arm up even more. Oh. And probably here, instead of going for such a big broad movement, we could actually go for something a lot subtler. Yeah. So again, as we had that question at the beginning, how do we know exactly if we are going to follow this layout pose as is? We are not. We're not bound by it. It's just that for us to have some starting point, it's always good to have one pose, which is on model, nicely constructed, so that you can use that and refer to it as you construct the movement for the rest of your shot. Yeah. Great. So yeah, I think that's about it. Now we just go in and keep on adding in betweens and in betweens, and it should work.